Hello, it's 4 News O'Clock on All News Nigeria. I am Okwemi Olugbemi. Here are the headlines for today. United States allies size up Russia, China ahead of G7. Disney cancels plans for corporate campus. Now the news. United States President Joe Biden met with the leader of Japan in the city of Hiroshima. It's here for the 3-day group of 7 summit will start on Friday. And it's perhaps a fitting location for the Great Power Conference here in the 4th city ever hit with an atomic weapon. G7 members, which include host Japan along with Germany, the United Kingdom, France, Italy, and Canada, are increasingly concerned by what they see as Russia's repeated threats over use of nuclear arms. They are also alarmed by an ascendant China with economically coercive policies and its rapid accumulation of sensitive technology. Joe Biden and Japan's Fumio Kishida met for talks Thursday, aiming for closer cooperative in the face of challenges.
As you said back in January when you were at the White House, I think the quote is, we face one of the most complex environments in recent history, security environments. And I couldn't agree with you more. And I'm proud that the United States and Japan are facing it together. And, we stand up for shared values, including supporting brave people of Ukraine as they defend their sovereign territory and holding Russia accountable for its brutal aggression.
Japan, although a long-time buyer of Russian oil, has moved in tandem with G7 sanctions against Moscow following Russia's invasion of Ukraine. That military action has also raised fears among Japanese that China could be emboldened to take action against neighboring self-ruled Taiwan unless Russia is stopped. The United States will have a package of sanctions associated with the G7 statements that will center on igniting and enforcement of Russian sanctions, United States National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan told reporters on board Air Force One. As for China, which is currently hosting a summit of Central Asian leaders, officials from G7 member countries have said in private that tackling the country's rise isn't an easy task, particularly given the West's immense reliance on China as both a trade partner and, in some cases, a manufacturing base. In other news, Walt Disney Corporation is scrapping plans to build a nearly $1 billion corporate campus in Central Florida and would have housed 2,000 employees, according to an email to employees on Thursday, May 18, against the backdrop of its ongoing legal battle with Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. Disney Parks chief George DeHammer said changing business conditions prompted Disney to reconsider its 2021 plan to relocate employees, including its Imagineers who designed theme park rides, to a new campus in Lake Nona. The company was expected to spend as much as $864 million on the project, according to the Orlando Sentinel, on a campus that would have served as a base for Walt Disney Imagineering and the Disney Parks Experiences and Products division. Disney's decision to move the California-based Imagineering staffers across the country drew complaints from employees, many of whom said they did not want to move to Florida. Disney and DeSantis have been locked in an increasingly acrimonious battle that started in March 2022, when Disney's then CEO Bob Chapek criticized legislation in Florida that would limit discussion of gender identity and sexuality in elementary schools. DeSantis, who is expected to soon announce that he will seek the 2024 Republican nomination for United States President, then moved to strip Disney of its long-standing self-governing power over Walt Disney World in Orlando. The governor argued that woke Disney should not receive special treatment in the state. Disney called the move political retaliation over what should be protected free speech and sued the state last month to have the moves reversed. And that's it on today's news. To keep up with All News Nigeria, kindly follow us on all social media platforms displayed on the screen. We'll be back with more news updates. Until then, stay tuned. I am Okwemi Olugbemi. Do have a lovely weekend.